Hello, welcome to MzansiOz Diary. My name is Connie. If you're new here, you're welcome. Yeah, today on Saturday, I just got back today from my walk, and I was working today. So every fortnight, I do go and work and consult. So I just got back not long ago. Actually, it's right now. It's around about 7:15. Yeah, I know it's very late, but that's the thing. If you work for yourself, you are always available and you work harder. You do a lot of things if you work for yourself. Sometimes you going to act like an admin. Sometimes you can act like an IT. Some other stuff happened and your IT person is not around. Can only work once a week. So you're going to do all the stuff by yourself. That is another thing people don't think about when you think about starting your own businesses. And people think about those nice things about, you're going to have flexibility. You're going to have to decide how you use your time. But you don't think about other things that, you need to put in place for your business to be successful, and also to be able to see a profit as well. So, and you initially really have to work harder, twice as hard as you would work as an employee. So that's another thing. If you work for yourself, you got all of these pros and cons. But anyway, I wouldn't change it for anything else. I do like having this opportunity that I have of running my own businesses and determine my income. And so I do have a couple of business actually. Now we've included another business. I think you would have seen me the other day that when I was sitting around testing some product the other day. So we included that. That's part of our pharmaco sales sort of business. That one is about to start, and that also needs me to do a lot of work, a lot of registration, a lot of things that I need to put in place. It's about selling and marketing those products, that oil that I was drinking the other day, and so I got a couple of samples that I've been trying to test and see if they'll be suitable for our brand, well-being and health, and just to it just supplement really. It's not like I said, anything with supplement, you really have to make sure that you are, it's not going to interfere with your regular medicine, and make sure that you discuss it with your health professional as well, the pros and cons about it. And that's all I can say about anything you buy that is over the counter, is that double check with your health professionals about it. It's been really a lovely week. I haven't been posting as much. If I don't post as much, it's because I'm just being flat out and having so much to do that I hardly have opportunity to just come around here and just talk to myself and you all, obviously, when you listen to this video later. So it's really odd sometimes just sit around and just talk to on camera to people, but I know you all are supportive, and I'm really grateful about your support you've given to this channel. If you're new here, and please consider subscribing if you are benefiting for the things that I post in my channel. Today, I want to talk about something different. It just go back to this election that's coming up in America about Kamala Harris. And the last post that I posted was about her identity, and Americans, especially Black Americans, were questioning her identity because in the past she was out there and introducing herself as Indian American.
It's an extraordinary testament to the importance of having a president who understands the power of diplomacy and understands the strength that rests in understanding the significance of diplomacy and strengthening alliances. This is an incredible day.
Okay, so what we're going to cook today is an Indian recipe.
Yes.
Because you are Indian.
Yes.
Okay, and I don't know that everybody knows that, but I find that wherever I go and I see Indian people at the supermarket, on the street, everyone's like, you know Kamala Harris is Indian, right? It's like our thing we're so excited about to have you running for president.
Yeah.
So,
I believe.
And also even with her birth certificate that it's publicly available, she was registered by her mother as a Caucasian. I know, so that is the story about her. So now, you know, people are noticing that there is a specific group that she's not getting any vote. Voters are not really showing up for her, and that is males, mostly particular around black males are not really voting for. So that's not authentic from that point. If you're not consistent about your messaging, about who you are, about what you stand for, and you flip-flopping, 1 minute you like that, and minute you're not, then it can confuse people who would otherwise vote for you because they're really not sure if they can trust anything that she says. And this thing is actually even more important around even in business. If you are a salesperson and you have a brand, you really have to be consistent with your brand, what you are there for. Because if you're not consistent, people may actually have doubt about whether they're going to receive what they think they would receive from your businesses. So having that a clear, specific brand, personal brand of who you are, the things that you do, can actually really be good for your brand. Just standing up for so many things is not good enough. I don't think that's good enough for anybody to be standing. Everything comes along, you stand for it. That one comes along, you are for it. It can be really confusing for your customers and even for electorate as well, because they're looking and seeing if, do I like this person? Do I think this person, I can trust this person by voting for this person? Well, you know, lately, what's his name? Obama came in and said something about what, you know, to blackmail and saying specifically about why are they not voting for Kamala Harris. So let's listening to what Obama said to this group of people. Let's listen.
Speak some truths, if you don't mind. Because my understanding, based on reports I'm getting from campaigns and communities, is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all directly and say that when you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you, understands the struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences, who's had to work harder and do more and overcome and achieves the second highest office in the land and is putting forward concrete proposals to directly address the things that are vital in our neighborhoods and our communities, from housing to making sure that our mothers and our fathers and our grandparents can afford medicine, and making sure that we are dealing with prices that are too high and rents that are too high, and are committed to making sure that we maintain the Affordable Care Act, so everybody's got health care, and cares about things like education and entrepreneurship in our neighborhoods. And that's on one side. And on the other side, you have someone who has consistently shown disregard, not just for the communities, but for you as a person. And you're thinking about sitting out? I'm not. But, you know, Cousin Pookie might be. And you're coming up with all kinds of reasons and excuses. I've got a problem with that. Because part of it makes me think, and I'm speaking to men directly now, part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for them. And I think anybody you are talking to in a barbershop, anybody you are talking to in your house, in your family, at church, who is coming with that kind of attitude, I think you have to ask them, well, how can that be? Because the women in our lives have been getting our backs this entire time. They've been raising us and working and having our backs. And when we get in trouble and the system's not working for us, they're the ones who are out there marching and protesting. And so now you're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you because you think that's a sign of strength, because that's what being a man is, putting women down. That's not acceptable. That's not, this shouldn't even be a question.
As you have heard, the Obamas, this didn't go well. This one didn't go down well with the Black American, especially male, because Phillip Scott from the African Diaspora channel has actually put in a nice breakdown of his view around this comment from Barack Obama, because, you know, it's people don't realize that Donald Trump is really popular amongst Black Americans. They still don't understand why. And I don't understand why they don't understand it. Because they probably think they're better than the other side. You know, the left think they're better than the right in terms of things that are equity and inclusion, DEI and stuff. So, but with Donald Trump, it's a little bit different, because there was another person who said, under Donald Trump, they felt like they had more money during Donald Trump. I mean, if people had more money and now you are in power, they feel like they're poor. Who do you think people are going to vote for? Who do you think people are going to remember? They're going to remember the person that made them have. So she's not relatable because she cannot be who she's not. You cannot fake yourself, your identity. It's really hard to fake your identity. I don't know why she's doing it. It's because she come across as really horrible. It's fake. If she was just herself as Indians and, you know, and really relatable, and then maybe she'll get more vote. But she came across and just put her blackness there, you know, and claimed blackness that did not exist until recently, until she ran for president, that we can go back to her records and check. People can go back and check the records, you know, how she ran even before she became famous. You know, that is where you are authentic then. You know? Yeah, anyway, let's listen to Phillip Scott.
Normally we have a little bit more relaxed time, but we're going to just get on into it. All right, so definitely before we get started, make sure if you have not been registered to vote, I know early voting has already started. Some states you still register online, especially black men. I'm talking to you tonight. I'm only talking to you. Black men, if you are not registered to vote, please get registered to vote, vote.gov, because what we're going to hear tonight from this evening from former President Barack Hussein Obama, it'll make anybody want to actually get up and go vote against these people. All right. So, as we have been reporting, Vice President Kamala Harris is not doing too well with the black community. We talked about it, all these polls that has came out has said that it's, 78% support her and 15% Trump. And I said last night, if the voting went just like that, she got 78% of the black vote and 15% of the black vote went to Trump, she loses the election. Democrats cannot win any election with anything under 80% of the black vote. Preferably if they can have 85 or more, it usually guarantee them more of a win. Democrats cannot win elections without black Americans. You better be sure. But the story, and I told y'all this months ago. I told y'all this when Joe Biden was in office, that the story of the 2024 election was going to be us, black men, black American men, FBA men, whatever what you want to say. It was going to be us. I told y'all that. And right now, all you keep hearing is black men, black men, black men, black men, black men. Because black men did something that they wasn't ready for. Black men said, you know what? We done with that. We done. We just gonna go move with our feet. And I told y'all many, many times, the most powerful thing men could do, period, but black men in particular, we don't have to take abuse. We don't have to take disrespect. We don't have to be talked down to. Just grab your stuff, get up, and walk away. And I told you at the time when this happened, I said, black women gonna start following you too. And what have we started seeing? Black women starting to follow black men when they walked away. Understand? The reason why you had all these black women just sitting in the Democrat Party because black men was sitting there. Right? And so they say, well, if the men is there, I mean, sure, might well be there too. But there's a lot of black women that will follow black men. Now, you got some women that's going to stay over there. Fine, let them stay. But don't you see more black women coming out now against the Democrats and their crap? Why? Because of you as black men. So they're in trouble. They're in trouble. They don't know what to do. So they're trying the same old playbook. Bring out the celebrities. That's not working. Because we have no respect for the celebrities. We will enjoy them watching sports. We'll watch them act or whatever they're doing. Great, right? But we're not really listening to them on any kind of political discourse.
So yeah, to summarize it, just this video is just really about the authenticity, and it matters in all aspects of your life, personal life, in politics, in career, whatever you do, please be authentic. Okay, be who you are, and people trust people who are come across as honest, not people who are fake. Fake doesn't work, especially in this age of media, social media, because when I come across here is a digital footprint. Anything you say on media, it is your digital footprint. People can go back and check these things. And so for the Democrats themselves, now they are in trouble because now people are looking at the competency, the skills, what has she done in her records. And even as far back before she became a vice president, some people are coming up with her record doesn't look really good amongst Black community, doesn't come across. In fact, if we were to put Kamala Harris's record against Janet Jackson for Black community in America, Janet Jackson has done more for Black community than Kamala Harris. So even now, right now, being a vice president, she hasn't done much at all for Black people. And now Democrats want Black people to go and vote for her, while she hasn't done anything for that community. See, there's nothing she's done. In fact, everything she's done is has disadvantaged African American people. The higher migration has disadvantaged African American people, and Trump said it. They're taking Black jobs, and all the left wings came out. Very much against that and calling him a racist for saying that. But that was true, because most of these Black low skill jobs are in America. The statistics, Black American are in those service jobs. So when he's construction, all of that, it doesn't mean that Black people don't have skills, they don't work in high position, they've never been president. It doesn't mean that. It means the average American, average Black American. So because Donald Trump's not eloquent at speaking, he just said Black jobs, and people, went and ran about it and called him racist. He was correct. So that higher migration that you see, it's negatively, overwhelmingly affected Black American community. Absolutely hammer that community. And now they want those Black American people to forget and run to the poll to vote for a person who said very clear that he will never do anything for Black Americans. He said that. She said that. She said that herself. Okay? There's a video of her saying that.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No.